So I've decided to make a video up on replacing a lead acid battery. I constantly have to buy these lead acid batteries anywhere from $80 to $200 to replace on four-wheelers, cars, lawn tractors. So I've been playing around with lithium ion, and I've seen the LiPo 4 ones on there. But I want it to replace lead acid. I don't want it for charging a house or running an off-grid system. So in order to save money, I have been taking faulty batteries like this one and taking them apart, and I end up with one of these, right? So out of the 10 cells that was in this particular battery, 2 of them were bad. So I managed to save 8 cells out of this. So I'm going to, 9 cells, sorry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these packs, and I'm going to make up a battery that will run in these little boxes. And I'm going to use my own supercapacitors. I have used these in another build I did. These supercapacitors, they leak a lot. I'm hoping these don't leak as bad as these ones do. And what I mean by leakage is as it sits there, it drops in voltage. You lose about half a volt every 24 hours or so, which isn't too bad if you're starting out at the 16 volts. But anyway, so that's what I'm trying to do right now is I'm going to turn all these components here. I'm going to put them all in this box. And I got some nice terminal connectors from AliExpress. These connectors work really well on these little boxes. And so anyway, so that's it. Like I said, take these apart. You end up with this stage, and then you finally end up with this stage. And you'll find after testing them which ones hold a power, which ones will hold a charge, which ones won't hold a charge. And so then we're going to do this configuration: supercapacitors, lithium ion, and an active balancer, because it needs to be balanced while it's running, because the alternator is going to be giving it back power. And I'm hoping that the supercapacitors act as a buffer between the alternating generated from the automobile or four-wheeler or lawn tractor, whatever engine it is, as a buffer between them, and the active balancer will keep it balanced while it's running. And so the next phase of this is putting it all together. If you don't know how to solder, don't solder. If you know how to solder and put things together, you'll understand when I show you the final assembly. I'm not here to teach people to solder. Anyways. All right, next part will be on it all together. So I have put them all together, soldered the 2 battery packs together. As you can see, it's give me 16 volts, solid, holds it well. Active balancer installed, wired up right, checks out right. Supercapacitors. Now I have semi-cheating because I've already built one of these earlier, and they work really well. They still leak. They still lose about half a volt every 24 hours. So I've made these so that I can disconnect the supercapacitors and the balancing board, because even the balancing board is a parasitic draw on the lithium ion. So for storage purposes, that's why I did this. So I can unplug this, disconnect the ground from the supercapacitor, and it will sit there. These batteries, these lithium ions will sit there for months on end and never lose any power. And the great setup about this one is any of these cells individually can be replaced. Like if a cell goes bad, you can repair it. As for the lead acid, and a cell goes bad, head to the bank and then buy another battery. Here, very little cost to replace any of these components if any of them fail. I'm going to put it together and then do the final. There it is. I've put it all together. It fits neatly like this. I tape it down, and away they go. The voltage reading on it is right now, a minute to hook these wires up. And it's showing a 15.94 volts. Again, I have tested this configuration. I ran it on a lawn tractor. They do run back down to the 14 volts and become a 14 volt. But this is just initial setup, initial charge. You'll end up with 16 volts. It's up to you. I don't care one way or the other. Again, that's the final. That's the theory or my plan on it. Was this configuration, supercapacitors, active balancing, and put in a nice little box like this that'll fit in an ATV, a jet ski. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, if you know how to solder and all that, you're set. If you don't. And lithium ion they have their inherent dangers as well, so be careful with them if you're going to start monkeying with them. And if you don't know anything about lithium ion batteries, don't touch them, is my advice. So there's the 3 batteries I built. One of them has the pre-configured balanced capacitor bank. I don't care for them. I prefer the capacitors that I put together myself. But they will start wave runners, lawn tractors, and 4-wheelers. So I'm going to show a little test here. This is one of the batteries mounted inside a John Deere. I had to do a little modification to make the battery fit, but it fits well. And now for the final test. Choke on. Runs it no problem. I've already had it in and done a bunch of testing on it and drove it around. It works really well.